Hi, I hope this is recording. Yes, it is. Okay. Hi there. Sorry, I'm here doing this all by myself. My name is Patti Negri, and I'm a witch. I'm a good witch, so think of me more like Glenda or Wendy than the mean old witches of movies and TVs. But I certainly am a witch. I dance around bonfires. I worship really cool gods and fairies. I knew I was different from the time I was a little kid. When I was 2 or 3, I knew that the little imaginary friends in my room and in my closet and under my bed weren't imaginary at all. They were real beings that I could talk to and look at and have real communication with. I always had this ability to see the other side. So I guess I'm a psychic medium and a witch, and the witch came out of the psychic medium and figuring out what that meant. So anyway, I had my first seance when I was 7 or 8 years old. I didn't really know any dead people, but I just knew I had to contact them. So Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy were the most famous dead people that I'd heard of at that time. So I went into my little suburban hallway and closed all the doors. There were no windows and no lights. And I think that's where I came up with my first chant. And that's where I'm going to start all over again from scratch. Okay, goodbye. Hi, my name is Patti Negri. I am a psychic medium and a witch. I knew from the time I was a toddler that I was probably different than most people because I knew that those imaginary friends under the bed and in my closet weren't imaginary at all. They were real beings and entities and things that I could talk to and really communicate with. So I've always seen and traveled through the veil my whole life. I had my first seance when I was 7 or 8 and didn't even know any dead people really, so I called in Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy, the most recent famous dead people I'd heard of at 7 or 8, and my little suburban hallway filled with lights, and I knew right there, after I went screaming out of the house, I knew right there that, oh, this is real. This is something I can help control and manipulate and talk to and work with and love. And so then I just spent the next half a century figuring out what that meant. I've always been a seeker. I've studied religion, philosophy, spirituality. I've been everything, starting out with your basic Christianity because that's where you go first, and I've been born again, I've been a Jew, I've been traditional, I've been a Buddhist, I've been a Tibetan Buddhist, I've been very New Age. I worshiped Shirley MacLaine in the 80s just like everybody else. I learned my chakras, I learned my crystals, and then I found this beautiful, gentle, magical pagan path. Pagan is a very big word for your basic, I'm not a Christian, and for your belief system in multiple gods and entities. My basic is I'm Wiccan, a Wiccan background, very eclectic even within that, but I'm now studying traditional British witchcraft, chaos magic, and everything in the middle. And I'm throwing them into one big cauldron and throwing them in and seeing what comes out from the heart. I work with elements, with air and fire and water and earth, and I work with stones. I make oils, I do spells and rituals. I'm pretty known. Seances are one of my specialty, as well as rituals and of every kind. So follow me. I have a kind of a crazy life of surfing in between two worlds. I live in this regular world very much so. I'm politically active. I run a very conservative production company, and then I talk to dead people. So I call it surfing, so join me on my journey. I do a lot of ritual and sacred space. I work with tools and herbs and candles and sounds. I call the elements air, which is your intelligence, your intellect. Your mind, your sense of organization. I call your fire, which is your passion, and that fire in the belly and the ability to change and to love. I call in the west, which is the water, which is your emotions, which is the flow in our life. I call in the north, the Mother Earth herself, that which is life itself, the womb, the silence. And then I'll bring in some new modern technology too, like ghost meters and all sorts of crazy things when we go on ghost hunts, and old-fashioned clocks that ring at the funny times. Anyway, we'll see ritual later. Thank you. And this is my day job. I run a company called Brew Entertainment, and where I kind of combine my witchiness. Believe me, I've used a pendulum to see how much to charge Microsoft or Mattel or Union Bank. But this is kind of what I do. Hi, yeah, you want a murder mystery? You want some team building motivational? 3 elves and a Elvis. No, it's part of my magic and it's really great. And I do try to bring a little bit of magic everywhere I go. And then I do a contract and proposal and a rehearsal and a costume and I write and I move tables and I have rehearsals and we do shows and we have a band and it's really fabulous. Thank you.